Hey everybody, good morning, Monday morning, and I thought I should just pop up here and talk a little bit about money. Now, the one most important thing that I've learned about money is that money comes with a lot of mental challenges. We all feel different ways about money. When we grow up in our home, we grow up in places that have different thoughts and mindset about money. You might have come from a house that had so much money that money was never an issue and there was not really a bad feeling about money. You might have come from a house when you were a child that most of the people told you, or your parents told you, if we can't afford it, or we don't have enough money, or or maybe when we save money you will have money. Money doesn't come easy and it's really hard to make money, and now it's really hard to make money. Maybe you grew up in a house that like me, I had a mother that every time she got her paycheck from work, we celebrate that. My father, on the other hand, was really stingy and saved a lot. He was very frugal. So there was constant fights between my parents over and over again about money. So naturally, when I got into my adult life and start running businesses, I took that feeling about money, that money is evil and money is not great. It's a source of all fights, into my adult life and of course into my business. So for a long time, I didn't feel good about making money. But when I worked on my mindset and when I saw that so many successful people don't even worry about that, don't even think about money is hard, because if you think that money is hard to make, then it will always going to be hard to make. So I wanted to show you a couple of things that how we can actually change that. Now, you might not be believing that money is easy to make, which I can tell you it's very easy to make, and you might not believe that right now that you could pay yourself first. But if we prove that you can pay yourself and it is easy to make, then your mindset will change, right? And that's what I had to do in order to create the abundance that came into our company, and obviously in the profit sector. So we all know how to make great money. We all know that what we need to sell and how we can upsell and how we can promote things, and before you know it, we're so busy. We, instead of being 60% productive to our time, where our books are full and we're so busy for all of the things that we've learned how to do. But what we don't learn is how to keep that money in, how to make it profitable, and how to multiply it. One of the reasons that I want to share with you that is so important that you will know is when you do read your financials, when you do read your profit and loss statement, and it says like in a normal accounting, the GAAP experience, which is the general accounting principle, that when you have income, the way the profit and loss is actually reads is income. So all the income comes in, and then underneath it there's like millions of lines of all these expenses. Funny, huh? Funny, how does it go? Income, we only have 2 or 3 or 4 lines, but expenses, we have 20 millions of them. And then on the bottom there is something that calls profit. So in reality, that's what it looks, right? It looks like income minus expenses, right here, equal profit. Well, that's the profit and loss statement, which we all read. And at the end of it, if it says like you have 2% profit or 5% profit, you're like, wow, that's great. But 70% of small businesses and salon and spa owners are never in, their 70% are obviously in the minus. They're in the red. They're not even profitable. So how can we flip that? Well, in order to flip that, I want you to think differently. I want you to first, don't worry about the money. And I know it's hard to think about don't worry about the money, but I want you to think differently, and I want you to see how you can pay yourself first, and how you can pay your company first, and how you can not worry about taxes because you can plan for them, and you don't even have to worry about waiting for the accountant to come and tell you how much money you need to pay or not. So the number one thing is this system, the profit and loss system, is the wrong system to live by. It is absolutely wrong. And I'm just going to go in a big X on it, and I'm going to say that's not going to work. What I want you to think about, and I want you to reimagine your money and think about it that way, okay? I want you to think about income, okay, minus profit equal expenses. Yeah, just like that. So the other way, totally, completely different. That means income, whatever comes income, I want you to plan on profit first, and then whatever there is left will be the expenses, not the other way around. So what does that mean? Based on the profit first, what we suggest that if you plan right from the beginning, if you open, let's say, 3 accounts, your business account, and one was just for income, so all of your deposits, the other one was for profit, okay, and the other one underneath it was for owner's income. If you just went ahead, okay, and opened just 3 accounts today, including what you have. So you might have an income account, and then you might have a payroll account. What I want you to do is change that into the income is really going to be devoted just for income. Just bring in income. So one more account, the income that you're having, that maybe you share it with expenses. So like where you're getting your deposit and where you're sending your check, change that and only use that in income. So that would be in your income account. Then open 2 more accounts and call it owners and profit. And the one that is for payroll changes to operational expenses. So what you do is every month you're going to create a whole different thinking about how are you going to allocate the money. Now, when you do that, when you already pay yourself first, and this is what most successful people do, 5%, top 5% profitable salon and spa owners, immediately they know how much money they want to take home. They know exactly what they want to allocate for themselves, and they are going to work into a system that will give them that. So in the beginning, if your income is, let's say, is $5,000 and you wanted to allocate to yourself $2,000, then that is what you're going to send over to your owner's account. Whatever you have left, you need to know exactly what's the percentage that you need to do to go to taxes, and then you distribute it to taxes, and whatever you have left is going to come to your expenses. Now, I know it sounds a little confusing and how this is going to happen, but for today, this is what I want you to think about. To think about it, how can I reverse my thinking? How can I become very confident of paying myself first? Because as an owner, you have to. And as an owner, you are the number 1 most valuable player in that game. You have to pay yourself first. And you can switch it with the profit first methodology. You can switch it immediately and become profitable immediately, and even by 1% profitable, which is a lot more than what they are right now. No matter where you are, even if you're profitable by 5%, elevate it to a 6% and create that habit immediately. Now, I'm going to be host today as a guest with Aura Software, and which is the founder is Sarah Cooper, and we're hosting today a workshop with Aura Roundtable, and I will be speaking about the profit first. I will be speaking how you can create your income first, how you can create tax account where you not even have to worry about taxes, and how is it going to happen, and how can you create it in your company right now. So if you're interested, we're going to go live today at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, PST 4 p.m. I will be on her live, and you can see actually the link right here. You're all invited to come in if you wanted to learn more about it. I would love to see you there. See you there. Thank you. Have a good Monday and have a profitable thinking. Always think about profit.